Hello and welcome back to Pocket Rockets, and today we're here to take a look at this, my custom trailer for the WPL D12. So first, in this video, we're going to talk about why I wanted to make a trailer for my K truck, and then we're going to get to all the specifics, what I used to make this, how I made this, blah blah blah. Anyways, let's get started. So the reason that I wanted to make a trailer for my car was, well, I actually ordered another WPL D12, and that one I'm full out planning for a complete just race truck, you know, like a 370 motor upgrade, full servo upgrade, full body kit, crazy wheels, you know, just like a really cool kind of race truck. And I thought it would be really cool once I actually finished that build that I could actually tow it somewhere. Like I actually could tow the race truck with my other truck on a trailer, and I thought that would just be a really cool thing to do. So I got started to making my trailer, and here it is after 2 days of hard work. And it's definitely not finished. This is kind of just the 1.0, and well, when it's completely, there are some rough edges around here and there, but once it's finished, I will definitely do another video once the whole thing is finished, because this thing still needs a ton of detail right now. So yeah, I guess we should just get on to the specifics, what I used to make this. So the black material that you see right here is a foam board. So what that is basically it's foam sandwiched between two pieces of paper, and it's actually really strong. You actually can't bend it that much. It's just really sturdy. So yeah, the reason that it's sturdy was the main reason that I chose this, because obviously RC cars are pretty heavy and we won't want it to kind of bend around and stuff. So yeah, here is a little comparison. Here's what it actually looks like with a truck on here. As you can see, holding up really well. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of do that, take the trailer off, and then look at the trailer separately. So the bottom of the trailer looks like this, and this might look a bit familiar to you guys. Well, that's because this is a chassis of the WPL D12, and this chassis is actually broken. So I basically, well, let me get another chassis. So this chassis started life out as something like this. This is just a average WPL D12 chassis, nearly stock aside from these metal drive shafts. And well, this chassis was actually from my very first WPL D12. We're gonna put it a little back here. And well, once I was driving it, I actually cracked this little spot right here. And unfortunately, I cracked this spot, but this spot was actually connected to the whole chassis. So I basically had to buy a complete new chassis, and that chassis over there just sat around for a very long time, and I didn't really need it for anything, so it just sat around. And then I got the idea for the trailer, and this was perfect, because this is just perfect, guys. Perfect. Like, this kind of tube allows me to kind of make the trailer. So yeah, this is definitely a really good way. If you don't have a spare chassis, you could definitely make these from, I guess foam board works too, but I just feel like plastic is still a more sturdy option. Alright, now for the wheels. How I got the wheels to roll, and these are actually stock WPL D12 wheels. So basically how I got to roll was, well, as you can see, we actually have another stock WPL part. This one is the differential. This is the whole axle. Yeah, this is the rear axle, and on the stock car, it looks something like this. This thing right here. This is the axle on the stock D12, and yeah, I basically just took it off because this, again, came from my first WPL D12, the yellow one that is basically a parts car now because I broke it. So yeah, this came off of that, and originally the drive shaft on the stock D12 actually is supposed to be right here in the middle of these two. And yeah, I basically took it off and then just hot glued it onto this side, this plastic right here, and it fits like a charm. Okay, now on to the construction. Basically, how I fitted this was actually use some pretty dodgy technology. This plate right here is actually 3 pieces of wood. Right here. This is actually a piece of wood that's holding the whole trailer up, and the glue I use right here is basically hot glue. Hot glue is so convenient because it dries fast. It's really sturdy. Like, check this out. It doesn't even bend. Like, it's so nice. So yeah, that's basically the trailer, and the construction was basically just the stock WPL frame. The WPL frame, a piece, oh shoot, a piece of foam board throughout there, and another 2 pieces of foam board coming down from this piece and that piece, and another 2 pieces of foam board stuck outside to kind of prevent the car from kind of jiggly or whatever. So yeah, that's basically the basic construction. It's actually really simple. All it requires is just some precision cutting and well, some foam board and some hot glue. So now we're gonna get to the actual kind of how I could mount the trailer onto the truck, because well, for the stock truck, it didn't come with a tow hook or anything like that. So yeah, as you can see, Lego is the answer. This is a Lego part that I hot glued onto the stock frame, the stock WPL frame, and this is the Lego kind of a part of the tow hook, and I basically implemented the rest of the Lego tow hook on the back of there. Check that out. So basically how I mounted the tow hook for the trailer was basically right like that. Basically just used a bit of hot glue. It's pretty strong, although it does break sometimes, like it did break on my test drive. Well, yeah, it's definitely still needing some work, but I think for the time it's pretty good. And as for how I mounted the body right there, as you can see, same Lego piece, just the corresponding piece. And luckily I had these pieces just lying around. So yeah, we're gonna open the battery compartment, and then I will show you how I mounted these. Let me get the cars, flip it around. There we go. Okay. Check this out. That's perfect. So let me zoom in a bit. So as you can see, right here is the piece. And basically what I did was just kind of, I sanded the top of the Lego piece down, because, like, you know, the top of the Lego piece are the round kind of studs. I just sanded them down because they didn't fit, and also sanded a bit of the license plate, trimmed the license plate a bit, and then hot glued it on between the chassis and the bed. And yeah, that's basically a pretty good solution to how you can mount one of these. So yeah, that has been my basic little explanation on the WPL D12 trailer. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's, wow, 8 minutes long already, and we're just gonna show you guys how the car looks actually mounted together. And there you go, we're gonna mount it right now. So yeah, that is mounted, and I'm gonna move the camera over here. So yeah, that is how it looks like when it is mounted. And actually, when you look at the whole profile of the car, as you can see, the trailer is a bit sliding down from the rear, as you can see right there. But we could fix that by simply just moving the hook from the bottom of the chassis up here. So that's definitely needing some work. But yeah, that has been my little video on the trailer for the WPL D12. I hope you enjoyed. Let me get the trailer into the angle again. This has been Pocket Rockets. You can find me on Instagram at PocketRockets64, where you can find interesting stuff like these, some 1/64 scale content as well. Basically, it's a fun account. You can go follow. It's completely free, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please do. It really helps out small startup. Well, not really startup, but small channels like me really helps them out, and support me to create more content like these. And also comment below if you want to see the full race truck build, because the current truck is still on its way. So yeah, if you want to see a full race truck build, it's going to be a pretty long process, but comment down below if you want. Yeah, that's basically all from your boy today. I'll see you next time. Bye.